Well, I'll do the best I can. This is Boom Island Park in northeast Minneapolis. I'm heading over towards Nicollet Island. And as you can see, there's the mighty Mississippi River. Actually a pretty nice day out for October 7th. That's the great city of Minneapolis. What it looks like before the nuclear missile takes it out. Anyway, I'm just going to keep riding along here. I'm in a little bit lower gear, so I'll have to slow down. But I don't remember when this park was built. But they got some nice places, nice little lookouts there. And where I'm ultimately headed to is an old railroad bridge up here that they converted into this walk path. And you can see there's a nice path there along the side of the river. The trees are starting to change now, but somebody said because it's been so dry, we're not going to get the colors that we would normally get. We got somebody coming up, so I'm going to be careful about making videos with people around. They'll think I'm a nut. Alright, now we're coming on to Nicollet Island. I don't remember if this was actual, I think it was real island, but they dug a lot of this out for the mills back in the day. Let's see, I'll see if I can slow down and stop here and not crash. Yeah, there's where the river comes in. I know it's awful dark in here. And then some stones over there, and this bridge has been here for well over 100 years. It's an old pin and eye bar bridge, as you can see there. So if one of those pins fails, that's the end of the bridge. There was one in Ohio that in there was 66 that huge long bridge, one of those pins failed and it collapsed in rush hour and killed a bunch of people. Anyway, there's a set of stairs going up, and like I said, this used to be this was a rail line through here. I found some pictures at the Minneapolis and Minnesota Historical Society of this area, and this rail line that used to go through here, there's a lot of train tracks, so I'll do the best I can. It's been raining for 3 days here, and I'm starting to bog down a little bit, but I'm just going to keep the camera rolling. And up there, yeah, you probably can't see it, but a lot of the houses out here are from the 1860s. Well, I shouldn't say a lot of them. What ones are left? About 20 years ago, they restored them. I think all of them. Some of them are in bad shape. Well, we got a whole group of people up here, so I think I may shut down the filming. Now, where they're going, the bridge curves straight through there. Is a railroad bridge. You can see where they are. Boy, they're wearing enough perfume I can smell them 50 yards before I see them. Okay, now I forget what road they call this. I'm going to see if I can shift here. See the nice power lines. I don't care for the color, but that's one of the old ones they restored. Same with that one. These are some beautiful houses. I think that's 1860s or 1870s, these two. I'll head down here. A little bit of sun there. Here's another really old one. That one's old too. This one, this purple one used to be some kind of a rooming house. Yeah, they still got the fire pit there. I think this may still be Yeah, I think that's, yeah, that's a couple residents. That one was 1886. Another one that they beautifully restored. Beautiful limestone foundation. There's the river. Yep, again, that's a dual residence. That one I saw. This one back in the late 80s. And this one, they were just garbage pits. You would have been shocked. Never would have thought that they could have restored those to look that way. Me and my friend who were bottle diggers, there was houses here. We would love to get in here and dig, but one of the city council members lives down here, and I don't think she'd appreciate that too much. But maybe if we got permission. And here's the railroad bridge over here. I'm gonna see if I can stop here and not crash again, not wreck the old bicycle. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass on going down there. But there's the bridge. This doesn't have much of a zoom, but there it is. Anyway, it's this bit of water here that makes this the Nicollet Island. And they put in the nice oldie-timey street lights that, of course, back in the day probably would have been gas. Anyway, it's a nice area out here. If a person were to look at this right here, you'd think you're out in the middle of the country somewhere. And they even simulated the old cobblestones down here, which there was a lot of, I remember them. But anyway, I will maybe pick this up later. You can see we're getting some color here, so this is, I guess I'm pretty much going to call this the ride out to Nicollet Island. Maybe more later.